All right. What's up? What's up? Billy Carson here, aka Forbidden Knowledge. That's right.
Knowledge.
And I'm here with the beautiful Elisabeth Carson. I like saying that.
I do too. Elisabeth Carson. EC.
That's right. EC on the BC Forbidden Knowledge Pop-Up Podcast.
Yes.
So welcome. Thanks for hopping in. We're going to talk about ancient Egypt, ancient Kemet a little bit. We're also going to bring on a few people that went on tour with us to Egypt and let them talk to you, also Cambodia, and let them talk to you a little bit about their personal experience that they had going on the Forbidden Tour of Egypt and the Forbidden Tour of Cambodia.
Yes. Super excited to talk to them. And we had a good conversation last night with a couple of our tourees. They both talked about Egypt and actually Cambodia as well, because the couple that we had on last night, Mr. and Mrs. Cawley, actually went to Cambodia as well as Egypt. So they got to experience them both. And then they're coming to Turkey with us in September. So they've just been traveling all over the world with us, and they're such a pleasure to have. Just their energy, they inspire me personally to really they've been married for 40 years.
Yeah.
So
40 years of marriage.
Yeah,
Incredible.
it is incredible.
Incredible accomplishment. Hats off to them. That is really something to aspire to.
Yes, it is. And we actually have Mohammed, Ibrahim, and Noha, his beautiful wife, over here right now, staying with us, who have been married for 21 years. We find out today. So
21 years.
Yes, and Mohammed and Noha will be with us in Egypt and Turkey as well.
Yep.
And just the wealth of knowledge that they both have is just extraordinary.
So when we go to Egypt, that is our straight connect.
Yes.
You have to have a connect in every business you're in. In this business, in the ancient civilizations business, our connect is Mohammed, Ibrahim, and Noha. And we will hop on a pop-up podcast with them probably tomorrow.
Yes, we will. We definitely will. We'll do that maybe tomorrow, maybe Monday as well. They'll be with us for a couple of days. And we had a really incredible experience today at the Coral Castle.
Yeah.
We went and we took Mohammed and Noha to Coral Castle and went through the tour. And at the very end of the tour, a lady walks up to us and she's like, Are you? Obviously, she recognized Billy.
Yeah.
And she took us on a private tour. And we found out some really incredible knowledge about Coral Castle that they don't really tell everybody.
Yeah, some top secret stuff that is not available to the general public. And we got to see things that the general public doesn't get to see at the Coral Castle. If you don't know what the Coral Castle is a megalithic structure built in modern times by Edward Leedskalnin down in Homestead, Florida, utilizing, as according to him, the technology of ancient Egypt. And he built this castle down there using megalithic blocks of coral, and his attention to detail and his knowledge of ancient mathematics, alignments, star alignments, time, degrees, calculus, and his carving and his levitating techniques. Incredible. Man was definitely given knowledge from the ancient land of Kemet long before it became Egypt, because the real knowledge of the construction process came long before it was called Egypt.
Yeah. So we got to find out some really great stuff, and we'll actually probably be filming some shows there for Forbidden Knowledge TV. If you guys aren't subscribed, go to 4bk.tv. Definitely get subscribed. We have so much information there, so many shows now, very, very high quality, and it's just a wealth of knowledge. So if you guys are interested in this type of information, definitely subscribe to our TV network, 4bk.tv.
Yes. And also make sure you watch Mohammed Ibrahim's TV series, The Lost Technology of Ancient Egypt.
Yes.
And his book that we published, Forbidden Knowledge Publishing. All right. Egypt Before the Written History.
Yes.
Written by an Egyptian and archaeologist and Egyptologist, homegrown from the old country.
Yeah.
Living and growing up in Saqqara as a young child. No electricity, no cars, nothing.
Yeah.
And making it out of that, getting into university, but then being able to add his own conscious concepts and put together the pieces of the puzzle to paint a totally different picture that for him in Egypt is changing and rewriting actual history.
Yes.
Away from the mainstream.
Yes. And it's man, I swear to God, when I sit, I've never met anyone like Billy in my entire life. But when I sit with Muhammad, it reminds me that I'm like talking, it's like I'm talking to Billy. It's like all this knowledge about Egypt and the technology and archaeology. I mean, everything is mind blowing. We were literally up super late last night talking to them and just
What's incredible is that he's homegrown from Egypt.
Yeah.
Saqqara.
Yeah.
Raised there, born there, lived there, has businesses there now, is the #1 guide company in the entire country. And I'm all the way over here, halfway around the world, and doing my own research, study, and investigation. And Muhammad and I come up with the majority of our theories and concepts are almost identical. Our knowledge level is almost identical. And so it's pretty incredible that, you can have two people on two different sides of the world and coming up with the same exact information. And literally, because of his knowledge base, a lot of the breakthroughs that are finally coming forward are really because of him. So hats off to Muhammad Ibrahim. He's a trendsetter. And I'm happy to be able to work with this guy. We are so blessed to know him and his wife.
Yes.
And meeting them has been like an amazing blessing bestowed upon us.
Yeah, absolutely. We call them our Egyptian family.
Yes.
Noha actually gave me this beautiful necklace.
Yeah.
It's a lotus flower.
Lotus flower. Yes.
Yes, yes. Anyways, we're going to get right to it, guys. But we do want to make a quick announcement that we are going to be giving away 1 spot on our Forbidden Tour of Egypt this year. Everyone has been asking and asking and asking. So you guys, you have a chance to win 1 spot. Okay. 1 spot on this trip.
Yeah.
All you have to do is text 954-245-0086.
Text hashtag Egypt. You got to put that in there.
Hashtag Egypt. Oops.
She's going to put in the comments. Text hashtag Egypt. Put that first. Hashtag Egypt. EGYPT. Hashtag Egypt to 954-245-0086. Again, text hashtag Egypt to 954-245-0086. We talked to Muhammad and his wife today about giving out 1 person a scholarship to come with us, a sponsorship to come with us to Egypt. It really is a scholarship because you're going to get some knowledge.
That's true.
And 1 person. So 1 lucky person randomly selected from the text message database from hashtag Egypt. Don't forget to put hashtag Egypt 954-245-0086. You might get a chance to get a $12,000 trip to Egypt.
Yes.
12. That's what it costs. $11,995. So text hashtag Egypt to 954-245-0086.
Yes, yes. Okay, so back to the show. Without further ado, we will have one of our lovely people that joined us on tour. Trip is coming to the stage. Hey, hey.
Hey, how's it going? Can you hear me?
All right. Good to see you again.
Hey, likewise. Can you hear me okay?
Yes, you're crystal clear. Lighting is great. Yeah.
Yes, yes. So good to see you again. How have you been since the tour?
Great, really great. Just been, hanging with kids and hanging with my son. That's about it. That's just life.
Nice. That's good, man. Yeah. I know when I first met you in Egypt, I was kind of shocked because, it's not that I'm a giant, but the majority of people are not my height.
Yeah.
You're a big dude, man. You're a big dude.
Yeah.
And so when we got into some of those places, where it was kind of tight, just tell your experience, getting a chance to go like into the Great Pyramid and things like that.
So going up into the Great Pyramid, that one was, easier and everything. But the Vent Pyramid, was that the one where we had to do basically the bear crawl?
Bear crawl, yeah.
Yeah, that was pretty. That was intense.
That was intense. Yeah.
That was
Yeah, we
definitely
went down
intense.
like a 45-degree angle, about 100. How many meters is that?
I
105?
think Muhammad said 109 meters.
109 meters deep.
Oh, okay, I got you. Yeah,
That's
that was.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a
Man,
heck of a workout for sure. So that one was, and I work out like 5-6 times a week, but that one was.
It's a different type of workout. I mean, that crawling down there is a different type of workout. It's not like you climbing pyramids every day, so your body's like, whoa. What am I doing?
Yeah, especially just being at like crouched down like that, being so tall and having a bad back because I'm getting old. So.
Right.
But tell them about how amazing it was when you get to the bottom and then you can stand up and you're able to be inside of an actual ancient, I call it an ancient machine.
Yeah.
What was that like?
It's, I mean, that's even tough to explain. I've even tried like explaining it to people that like have asked me about it and everything. And I'm just like, man, it's hard to even put into words. And then, it's surreal. And then on top of that, like even with like the Great Pyramid, like I know I'm kind of jumping around, but like being able to feel the energy of it, that was something that I underestimated going into it because the tour guide, I can't remember her name right now, but she mentioned about bringing in your, bringing like a positive mindset when going into these places. Because it can magnify it and multiply it,
Yeah.
So that was one of the things that you don't prepare yourself for, but then whenever you actually get into it, then it's just like whoa. So
it's unexplainable. Yeah, you can't really explain it until you really go and feel it for yourself.
Right.
And it's incredible. Like it's not a feeling that you get anywhere else.
Right. Yeah.
Anywhere else.
Yeah. No, it's really incredible because the emotional state that you're in, or the person you are deep within when you go into some of these ancient sites, because of the natural ambient energy that's emanating from the Earth's magnetic field and those magnetite crystal stones, those magnetized crystal granite stones, it seems to amplify that emotion or that internal feeling. And if a person goes in happy, they can become more happy or more joyous. If a person goes in with a bad attitude or a mood, it can make them more moody. It's really interesting. I remember Muhammad was telling us that one person was there and just got really nasty and angry and evil, so
he had to send her home early.
Yeah,
send her home. A different tour, not our tour, but he had
different tour.
And I took that, I was taking it seriously because, and then there's a song, like I listened to a Madonna song, Borderline, puts me in a good mood all the time. So I was listening to that on repeat the whole way to the pyramid whenever we were going. And went there. And then the way I described it to people was whenever we got into the King's Chamber, it was like I had like a ball of like positive energy and my body was like a pinball machine. And the pinball was just going like everywhere in my body was how I describe it. So I don't know. I went in such a really good mood too. So it did feel like it was like magnified the same way whenever we actually sat and meditated. And prior to that, I had never really meditated. And so whenever we did that and we did the Om chant, that was just, that was like the best part.
Yeah, you can feel that resonance, that sound resonance going through your body. It feels like waves. Yeah,
definitely.
I was so happy we got a chance to really do that. Sit down inside the King's Chamber and meditate, because so many people go to the Great Pyramid as tourists, but they don't really get a chance to take that special time to just pause and, do a meditation and really get a chance to take in what they're inside of, like to absorb that it's really like a life accomplishment to be able to do something like this, because it's not going to be available forever.
Right. Yeah. Definitely consider myself lucky for doing that, for sure. Especially like to see it and go in and be able to meditate and feel the energy that's in it.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
So have you noticed anything change in your life since you went? Like, have you noticed any awareness changes? My mind has been so much more like open and receiving to, ideas and
and it's, you know, it's helped me like write a lot more. I used to journal a lot, but then like prior to that trip, I had a little bit of a writer's block going on. Yeah. So it helped a lot with that. And yeah, I've just been on like a, you know, a cloud since then.
Nice, nice, man. Yeah.
That's great.
What a great time. Talk a little bit about, you know, just getting a little off from the sites. We'll go back to that. But how about, you know, did we stay at the Four Seasons?
Yeah, yeah.
How about this? How about the actual accommodations? How were they for you?
Oh, better than I expected. Honestly, I'll be honest, because when I touched down into Egypt and, you know, just seeing the surroundings, things like that, it's kind of just like, oh, okay. Yeah. And I've traveled even before that. I've traveled, but, you know, I was still just kind of, I don't know I had no expectations really, but it was seeing that and then, you know, realizing where I'm going to be staying. I was kind of just like, oh, okay. And when I got there, you know, even from the check-in experience to, you know, my luggage being brought to the room, and in the room itself, the breakfast was amazing. I'm a food guy, so that was one of the highlights for me, was the breakfast every morning.
Yeah.
The breakfast every morning.
Yeah, yeah, definitely, man. Yeah. We got to stay at the Four Seasons.
Yeah.
Only go on the Forbidden Tour.
Yes, yes. Exactly. We loved it so much that we changed our hotel to the Four Seasons for our tour coming up in October.
Yeah.
Man, places. Woo.
We literally changed it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. That was a great hotel, and the people there are so kind, nice. The food is amazing.
Yeah.
The cleanliness.
Oh yeah.
The quality of the construction. You don't feel like you're in a rickety structure. You feel like you're in a real building in a real city. And all the security. The security is great too. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. There was a little jewelry store in there, you remember? And they tried to sell us this tiny little piece of gold for like $100,000. Like USD. I was like, oh, okay.
All right. They tried.
Yeah. I mean, like so many people tried selling so much stuff.
I know.
Yes.
Yeah. It's crazy.
Something. Yeah.
You know, we went to Saqqara, to the Step Pyramid. But really, all these pyramids that we see, you know, can you describe a little bit, like when you see them on Google or on TV, the video or the photos from even online can't compare to actually standing on the outside and looking up at these pyramids.
No, yeah, it really doesn't do justice, honestly. Like every one of them, even like Step Pyramid, Bent Pyramid, all of them, like Great Pyramid, like the size difference in what you imagine it would be, you just can't even comprehend. Like you realize that you're basically like an ant, like that's near like you know, a sandcastle or something. You know, a sandcastle. That's right. The best way I can probably explain it. Yeah. The best way I can probably explain it. Yeah.
Yeah. You know, when you stand next to the Great Pyramid at Giza, which we went to, obviously, it was one of the main things on our tour. It's over 2 million stones. And it's, you know, the mass is just, it's incredible. There's so much mass at the Great Pyramid that it actually creates a time dilation bubble. So when we stand next to the Great Pyramid, we're actually standing in time dilation, so that people standing farther away from the pyramid or around the world are experiencing time at a slightly faster rate than we are. The closer you are to the pyramid, time actually begins to slightly slow down. Now, it's not by a lot, it's by microns of a second, but it's a measurable thing because they took 2 atomic clocks. They put one at the pyramid and they put one, I forget how many miles away. And atomic clocks, as you know, they're literally, you know, clicking on atomic time, which is the vibration of atoms. But they were able to distinguish the time differential on an atomic clock between 2 atomic clocks, one being at the base and one being further away, showing that there's an actual time dilation bubble there, which is another reason why I feel we probably feel so much different standing next to some of these really massive solid stone structures. Mm-hmm. It's really incredible.
Yeah, it's undescribable.
Yeah.
Indescribable. It sounds like we have like a little echo. We just gotta fix this really quick. What do I do? Just stop the camera and then
We have an echo?
Yep.
Okay, 1 second. Hang tight. There we go.
okay. Did we fix it? Hopefully we fixed it.
Yeah, I
There
think
was a
it's
Do
delay.
you still hear it?
Yeah, we're good.
I think we're good. I
Yeah.
think we're good. Anyways, Trip. So I know you said your favorite part of the tour was the Grand Gallery, of course, and the Great Pyramid. But what other things really stuck out in your mind?
Halls of Amenti, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. When people ask about the trip, that's one of the highlights for me, because I wasn't too familiar with Thoth prior to the trip, other than seeing a couple of the videos that Billy spoke on.
Yeah.
And so getting to see that whole thing and comparing it to the movie Avatar, where they have the different bodies they can go into, and then seeing the like the portals. That part was cool, like seeing that on the side of the I guess the tomb or whatever it was that was in the halls of Amenti, whenever you can see that there was some type of blast or something that ricocheted or something like that hit the wall.
Yeah.
And then not seeing bugs, like no type of like bugs or ants, spider webs, nothing like that.
Nothing.
Like that part was interesting. And also whenever we went to see the royal mummies, I was not expecting the mummies to have, like, they all had different hair. You see blonde hair, red hair, straight hair, textured hair. Like, was not expecting. I didn't realize that Egypt during that time period, they were it was so diverse, a melting pot.
Right. That's the thing I try to tell people. Very diverse.
Yeah.
Dreadlocks, blonde hair, red hair, straight hair, brunette hair. I mean, it was all mixed.
Yeah.
Yeah. So seeing all that was, all that was eye-opening. But yeah, those two things, Halls of Amenti and seeing the royal mummies. Oh, also seeing how big the their, I guess I can't think of the word, caskets, basically, like how big they were. That one that was like 13 feet tall or something.
Yeah.
The sarcophagus for Nefertari.
That's what it was. Yeah. Couldn't think of the word.
The Nefertari sarcophagus was about 12 feet tall, and her body was in there.
That's, to me, that was,
Yeah. That's why they don't let us record it by video or photo.
I got in trouble.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because she tried to, but they said, no, you can't take it. You're banned. You're banned from videotaping, banned from taking photos, because if that gets out, the whole world's going to come there. Documentaries, National Geographic, everybody, and somebody might take it and say, we can't show this to the world. We got to take this away because it's too much evidence.
Yeah, that's why you got to go. You have to go see it for your own eyes. You got to go, because
that part was crazy. Yeah. But yeah, learning a little more about the mummies and, the kings and all that, Egyptian history. But yeah, those were the other favorite parts of the trip, for sure.
Nice.
Awesome.
Beautiful, man.
Yeah, well, I mean, we appreciate you so much for jumping on here with us for a little while, and it's so good to see you again.
Yeah.
And we hope to see you again with our future tours. I mean, we're going to Turkey in September.
Yeah. I'm planning on Turkey for sure.
Nice.
Oh,
fantastic.
Awesome.
That's going to be amazing.
Yeah, it is.
For sure. Because I'm really curious about Göbekli Tepe and the other one that they found. The one that starts with a K. I can't think of the name.
Karahan Tepe.
Yeah, that one. Yeah.
Göbekli Tepe, Karahan Tepe. We're also going to go to Derinkuyu.
Yes.
So we're going to go 12 stories underground into an underground city built thousands of years ago.
Oh, yeah. I'm there. Yeah. I'll be there for sure.
Yeah, man. Great. Excellent. Well, thanks again. We appreciate you so much.
No problem. No problem. Good seeing y'all. Y'all take it easy.
Cool. All right. You too. Yes. What a great experience for so many people. I mean, I love reconnecting with our Forbidden family. that has been on tour. And it's great to see everybody and how their lives have changed since they went on tour with us. Yeah. I mean, it's incredible.
So many people.
I'm going to drop the link, you guys. We only have 11 spots left on our tour coming up in 2024. And we're giving the 12th spot up to a random person that texts #Egypt to 954-245-0086. So if you guys want to join us, either sign up and secure your spot because there's only 11 left, or you could get into the text message raffle and see if you win.
Get lucky, one of how many of 100,000.
100,000. 1 in 100,000.
Right?
Yeah, you never know. You never know. I was just talking to our next guest. She'll be on here any second now. And she was actually on tour with us on our first Egypt tour back in 2021 or 2022. I forgot what year it was, but our first Egypt tour. And then she came back to Cambodia with us recently in November. So
she also came on our UFO hunt.
Yes, she did. She came to UFO hunt too.
Yeah.
Yes. We love her.
What desert were we in? We went to the
Mojave Desert.
Mojave Desert.
For our UFO hunt.
She came with us to the Mojave Desert. That's right.
Yep. I remember a bee was attacking her out there. Oh man.
A bee was after her.
A bee was after her. I was like, dang, girl. Anywho, we gonna bring her up. Her name is Synthony. Hey.
Hello. How are you guys doing? Can you hear me?
Yes.
All right. Yes, we can. Yes.
Sound loud and clear.
Yes.
Awesome. You reminded me about that bee, Liz. I forgot about that. I forgot about that, but he had it out for me. He, she, something had it out for me.
That thing had you on the target in the sights. You were like the new Beyonce.
I mean, everywhere you went, it was so crazy.
I never seen a bee follow anybody like that.
No, that was really wild. It was like for 20 minutes. Yeah. You could not get rid of it.
It was, but it wasn't stinging me. I was thinking of the Jupiter Ascending movie, and there was some reference to the bees, and they know not to sting. So I was in that vibe, but I didn't want to encourage.
You were royalty. You already knew the bee knew you were royalty. That's what happened. Yeah.
And that was weird because it was a bee in the desert.
Yes. Yeah. In the desert.
Strange.
In the Mojave Desert.
Yeah, that is weird.
But no plants around. That was the craziest thing I've ever seen.
Yeah.
So wild. Yeah.
It was.
Synthony, tell everybody about your experience in Egypt for Billy's boot camp.
So yes, great start, Liz, because it was a boot camp, totally. But look, it was all for the good, but that was the joke that I think Yolanda actually coined that term. But once she said it, we couldn't stop laughing.
Right.
It was adventurous from start to finish. You definitely kept us on our toes, but we saw like so much. And I think the 2022 tour I don't think it was 10 days. I think it was like 7 or 8. I think it was a little bit less.
Yeah, it was 7. It was less. It was like 7 days, 6 or 7 days.
7.5 days.
So we slammed everything that we did this last year in a matter of 7 days, which meant that we slept maybe 3 hours a night.
Yeah.
Yes. It was wild. But no, I mean, I think like your previous guests and like all of the guests have kind of expressed, like, there really are no human words to express what you see, what you perceive, what you feel when you're in these spaces and places. And there's no way to really convey the scale until you're there in person. So you have to go in person, because when you see these megalithic structures and the statues, I mean, there's just no way to convey the scale. You have to go. And everyone's experience is a little bit different too, right? Like it depends on like your individual kind of makeup. And so the energy that you feel, the visions that you see, how you perceive things, it's different for everyone, but it's a really beautiful experience.
Yeah. And I mean, you've been really following us around. The first time we met you was in Egypt when you came to the Egypt tour, the very first Forbidden Tour of Egypt.
Yes.
Which was an incredible tour. And then you came on the UFO hunt with us in the Mojave Desert.
Yeah.
And did we see UFOs?
So we did see UFOs, and you have taught me how to identify them closer to my home. So I live in Delaware. I'm like 10 minutes from the beach. And so on occasion, I go out there and I will try to like spot some UFOs, and I have on multiple occasions because I have a whole new skill set of how to spot UFOs. Yeah,
that's right. Absolutely.
Yes.
And then you came to Cambodia. I'm not trying to skip around too much. I just want the people to know, like, you are an incredible supporter, which we really appreciate. You know, you've been to Egypt, you came to the UFO hunt in the Mojave Desert, you came to Cambodia with us. You know, so I want to get back to Egypt again, but I mean, I just want people to know, like, this is a person that obviously had experienced something great with the Forbidden Tours, because why on earth would somebody go to 3 different things?
Yeah, why have you come to 3 different things, Synthony?
You guys' energy is amazing, first of all. You know, I mean, and I'm a bit cerebral, and Billy's like the super intellectual. So, but it was really all in divine timing. I didn't realize this at the time, but I sort of, you guys came into my life as you guys were kind of cementing things, but I had no idea. I just knew that, you know, that Billy and Liz were a thing. And this Billy guy, I think I first saw you, Billy, in like a Thrive documentary. So this is like Foster Gamble's thing, 2012-ish. And so from then on, I saw you featured in different shows and different places, but I didn't realize that your platform was as big as it was when I got plugged in 22. So it was like March of 22. And I was like, oh, this guy's like doing his own thing now. This is great. Yeah. So that's when I got zoomed in. Liz is a thing. And then like later on that month, you mentioned this Egypt tour. And I'm like, wait, I haven't missed it. Like I have time to do this tour. Yeah. So I was totally stoked about that. And this was also after you had opened up another bus. So I was like so grateful, feeling like it was all divine timing.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because you guys were originally going to take like what, half of the group that you took, right?
Yes, yeah. That's right. So many people kept begging to please, we want to go.
Hundreds of people. Yeah.
So we rented another bus.
Yeah.
Lucky for me. Like it was, So yeah, the energy you guys attract good energy. So everyone on that Egypt tour was like very of a like mind, not the same, but of a like mind and a like energy, generally speaking. And so I think it was like we all connected. It was good for like all of our spirits. I think we felt very, you know, connected. It was like this inaugural Egypt tour. For all of us, it was like the trip of a lifetime. I didn't like, it's so funny. Before that moment, I hadn't like really thought about going to Egypt like that, you know, but this is kind of the beginning of my like manifestation journey. So it was all on divine timing. And so the trip was wonderful. The people were wonderful. And you had announced Cambodia shortly thereafter. And I was like, well, duh, I got to go to that. I got to go to Angkor Wat. And so I signed up for that shortly after that. And then you guys did the Conscious Awards. I also went to that. And
you did.
Up with some Egypt folks there, because you become a family in this thing after you kind of go on one of these adventures with you guys. So we were all connected. We maintain our chats, so we knew who was going and where are we connecting. And so we were there at the Conscious Awards, did the UFO hunt. That was like a week later. That was amazing. And so then after that, I was like, whoa, I'm going to Cambodia in a couple of months. Like this is it's like happening now. So you guys just attract great energy. You're a great balance also.
Thank you.
Because I do remember the days when Billy was like very, very stoic, super like informed, but very like academic and like stoic. And so I noticed from the jump that, whoa, like Liz brought out this whole other like side of like, and it felt like to me, you can feel like you bring out the best in him. And so I think you feel that energy when you guys are together. You guys are like fun, professional, informative, flexible, dynamic. It's like all of the things. And it's really hard to be a combination of all of that. But you guys together are that. Like you say what you're going to do, but sometimes you got to like go with the flow because circumstances dictate that like there's a little too much resistance. And you guys do that in a very like accommodating way for everyone. I really appreciate being in you guys' orbit because I'm gaining like a ton from this. I'm happy and honored and privileged to be a supporter.
Oh, this
thank
is
you
great.
so much.
Yeah.
Wow. That was so nice.
Thank you. Wow. Appreciate it.
Tear.
Yeah, I know, right?
Man, thanks, Synthony.
Got
That's so
goosebumps.
sweet. I know, me too.
Yeah,
Wow.
Yeah.
Well,
we'll go back to Egypt real quick with the Dendera temple.
Ooh, yeah.
Did you get a chance to go down into the Pharaoh's well at Dendera?
Yes.
Were you on that tour?
Yes, with the well, with the holy water.
Yeah, with the holy water. Yeah.
I have some holy water, y'all. I don't know if I'm not supposed to show this, but I'm going to show it anyway. This is what I gathered from that well.
Oh, wow.
This
wow.
Is water. I kid you not. And this has to be from Egypt, right? Like there's some writing in here that nobody can.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
We can see
it. This was, we went down there. And again, like the energy is just different about everything in this place. So I think I put my feet in it. Hey, King Simon.
Hey, King Simon.
King Simon.
Yes. Your whole squad. Yeah, King Simon, Dr. B, Sirius. I need to meet Rich in person because he's changed my life indirectly through all of these sort of connections. But like the it feels amazing to sort of connect with. And I'm like a water person. So, I'm a water
Jackie
person.
Brighton. What up, Jackie?
What's up, Jackie?
Hey, Jackie. That's our girl. Okay.
Yeah, good friend.
Yes.
You feel the difference in the energy in these places and spaces. And so with the water, I definitely feel connected to like everything. Because it's kind of just touching all parts of the planet and like beyond and the air. And so, so
we're
you feel
80%
that
water.
You feel something different. Yeah. You feel something different in all of those places. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, definitely. What's interesting about that place that we took you outside of Dendera, first of all, it was closed for a very, very long time.
Yeah.
If you remember, they gave me the key to the Temple of Isis, which was locked, I think, for like 20 years. And I opened that, the temple priest gave me the key, and then Elisabeth was the first one to walk in, and we had to stay completely silent. And then after we witnessed what was on those amazing walls, we came outside and we went down into the place where the pharaohs used to go to get answers to their questions. And so when you look at the top surface, it was about 115 degrees Fahrenheit. And then you descend about 5 stories underground in the middle of the Sahara Desert down these steps into water that's probably about 50 degrees Fahrenheit into complete darkness. So you have this chemical exchange going on, going from light to dark rapidly, going from extremely hot to extremely cold rapidly. And it creates this chemical conversion inside the body and the mind. You get this, you can almost have this psychedelic type of experience, which is why, it's such a magical place.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I recall feeling in most of these places, and this is just the way I experience it. My word was buzzy. I just felt very kind of buzzy on the inside after the Great Pyramid, after going into the well, the Temple of Dendera, Temple of Hathor. You just kind of, and if you're connecting with the walls, you're touching these things. I mean, and in Cambodia, I got that feeling with the trees. The trees that were going through the temples in Cambodia. That was one of the amazing sort of unique aspects about it. But that's the way I experienced energy. And so I was kind of just feeling very buzzy with these things. It was, there was no words. If I may, there's one really cool thing before I forget. I was kind of looking through my pictures to help kind of jar my memory. In Egypt, they have these like, I don't even know, you know the word for it, Billy. There are like pathways, caverns, and they might be up a stair. So we're in the temple. There is a stair that, a ladder, because they're kind of helping reconstruct, but whatever. There's a man-made ladder that helps you get halfway up the wall. You crawl through, and then you come out into some whole other cavern place. I don't know the terminology, but it is.
Those are called crypts. Crypts.
Okay, those are the crypts.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, they opened up for us 13 crypts that no one else had access to, so because it was a private tour, and so we were able to get into some crypts that no one else had, even had access to yet.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it was, yeah. Yeah. Your tours are second to none. That's the other thing. Like when people are like, oh, how was Egypt? And I'm like, Egypt was great. I could go back. You will always see something new. But if nothing else, the first time you go, you need to go with Billy Carson. I mean, look, I'll go back with you again, but like, you need to kind of lay that foundation to really appreciate like what you are witnessing and what's transpired, what's happened in that area of the world.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, it changes your life. Did you feel like it changed your life?
Absolutely. And you don't go back to thinking the way you did before. I mean, I've been on an awakening journey. So I was, I wasn't totally asleep, but there are some things that, that there are narratives that have transpired and that we've been sort of programmed with since, we were born, since we came into this plane. And this just flips all of that on its head. So whether you're in phase 1 of your awakening, phase 10, whatever, it will confirm that, whoa, things are not what I've always been told. Like they're just not like, and I think one of those key moments, Billy, is when you point up on the ceiling. The other thing about Egypt was that it's amazing how much there is on the ceilings of these places. Yeah. It's not just the pillars. It's not just the walls. You look up and there is intricate, precise art and sculpture. Like, how did they do? And way up, not like right here, but way up. So on one of those occasions, you point out the glyph of the aerial vehicles. So there's, spaceship and or an airplane and or a large tank and or submarine or something. These are large vehicles that make it very, very evident that whoever and whatever created these megalithic structures and these glyphs back then, they had intimate experience and knowledge about how to navigate these vehicles. Yeah. And that's not something anyone has ever told in terms of, your typical your education.
Right. Yeah. That was at Abydos at the Temple of Seti the First. And in that temple, it's one of the largest temples. There's stargates in there. Yeah. Many stargates. Yeah. And then also you have, of course, that famous hieroglyph section that you saw in the upper beam up by the ceiling, about maybe 30 meters above us, 40 meters above us. And then that's not the only place it's at. It's actually in there in 4 other locations in that temple. Oh, wow. Okay. And the importance of it was when a pharaoh takes over a temple from somewhere else, like in this case, Seti's son took over the temple, he had all the cartouches ripped away and recarved to his name. And so the artist that did this got them all right, except for those 5 total. So something tells me the way that those people ruled, if you got that part wrong, you probably were killed. And then somebody else would be brought in to do it the right way, because it will be a complete insult and a slap in the face. So the theory that the debunkers came up with, because they don't know that it's in there in 4 more places. Oh, somebody went up there years ago and tried to 1,000 years ago and tried to redo the hieroglyphs to say something else, and they made a mistake, so it looked like technology. No. They're not going to make that mistake 5 times in one temple. They wouldn't even be alive. And somebody would come and erase that and fix it.
The level of precision also, you could tell. Before our tour, we went on like this little pre-tour because Mom and I landed a couple of days in advance. And so we went up to Alexandria. So I had this contrasting experience. You could sort of see how the level of precision, I think this is later when like the Greeks and the Romans were in there, they were trying to do these, kind of imitate these carvings. And I mean, it really puts it to shame when you go to the real deal. And when you look back, I mean, there's like, I think what our tour guide called it it was a depiction of a snake, but it looks like it's a scared snake, or just because the level of precision doesn't match like the way you would envision a snake in all of its sort of, kind of glory. And maybe it's like in the way it can intimidate because of like its power that it exudes naturally. Those things come through in every way. I mean, you can see the toenails in those structures in Egypt. When we were in like, Alexandria, you could see, no, someone came in at a different point in time. This is not consistent with the level of precision and mastery that's evident in the rest of Egypt.
That's a fact.
Yeah.
Yeah, the further you go back in time, the older the structure, the more intricate. The older the statue, the more intricate the detail is. Even you can see the cuticle in the nail bed carved into solid diorite or solid granite.
Yeah.
And when you come, like you say, closer to our current era, like Alexandria, you can see that it's a poor replication of what existed in ancient times. Much smaller structures, not megalithic at all, put together like pieces of a puzzle or stacked on top of each other, block stacked. And the hieroglyphs are horrible. They look like they've been etched with a hand versus the ones from ancient times look laser etched.
Yes.
Yeah, it's incredible. 100%. So Synthony, your favorite parts of the tour in Egypt and your favorite part of the tour in Cambodia before we get out of here?
Like all of it, I can't, but if I'm going to pick something that was fairly unique, I'm going to say Luxor in Egypt because we went at nighttime. And so it was just a different kind of environment. You see the lights. And also something that just totally surprised me, I wasn't expecting, is the Sphinxes, the mile long or the miles long. I mean, we didn't go down the whole mileage, but as you approach, you can see there are these many, and they're not many, but compared to the Great Sphinx, many. But they are, once again, this incredibly precise sculptures of Sphinxes, hundreds of them there have to be, maybe thousands, I don't know, but you can at least see dozens to hundreds of them. I mean, it just is remarkable. You're like, who did this work? How was this work done? And then again, the scale in Luxor, the pillars, there's a lot of like figures, the statues. I mean, all of it in Egypt is really impressive. As I talk, I'm thinking of the temple of Hatshepsut, Isis, all of that stuff is just remarkable. So I'm just picking something random as far as Egypt goes. Cambodia was a very different experience because number one, the people in Cambodia were amazing and warm. All of the hotels were great, but the Cambodian hotel that we were at, shout out to Jaya House, they really catered to us in terms of our experience. We were like probably virtually the only like large group in the hotel at the time, or at least they made us feel that way. And part of so Angkor Wat itself is just kind of crazy, like huge. But there's like a number of temples in that area. Like you're in a temple complex area. And so you're constantly driving by these ruins and you're like, wait, what is that? What is that? And part of what makes it impressive, as you pointed out yesterday, Billy, was the earth moving involved to create the moat. So it's easy for a human being to sort of gloss over that because it's not this huge megalithic structure where you're like, oh my gosh, how did they make this? It's very easy to underappreciate the earth moving that took place to make all of this work back then. So, with Cambodia, I had to be I had to pay more attention to the subtle energy and the subtle appreciation because Egypt is definitely in your face. And I found myself in Cambodia, like looking up at the ceilings, like, do I see art on the ceiling? And I didn't see the art on the ceiling the same way. But that doesn't diminish its importance and structure. There were other really beautiful things that happened there. And it's just it's a different experience. So it's definitely worth going. And also you get the very special kind of Billy effect. And so, the energy that you and Liz attract, the tour guides that you employ, the hotels, the everything, the people. I'm a family with the Cambodia family too now. So it's just, I can't get enough. I have to manifest Turkey. That's what I'm doing. That's what I'm working on right now. It's in my, you know, I've written it down, you know, I've said it, we're going to make it plain, but I'm manifesting Turkey. So yeah.
It's going to be incredible. It's going to be incredible.
Yes, it is.
Right. Yes, absolutely. Wow.
Well, thank you so much, Synthony. You are family to us. Yes. We love you and appreciate you just as much as you've spoken how you love and appreciate us. So thank you so much for always being there. And yeah, we will see you in Turkey.
Yeah, definitely. Thank you so much for all of your support over the years. We really appreciate you.
Yes. And tell Mom we said hi.
Will do. She's going to see this. She's not plugged in now, you know, moms, but yeah, she'll see this.
Awesome.
Thank you.
All right, Synthony.
All right, see you later. Yes, I forgot. Synthony's mom went to Egypt with us also.
She did. And she went in every single pyramid, every single temple.
She went everywhere.
Everything.
She never said, I need to take a break. She did everything. Not once. How old is she again?
I think she's 70 or 80. I forgot which 70 or 80 years old. She was with it.
Man, I said, this lady, that's goals. I need to be doing that when I'm her age, for sure.
Yeah.
Incredible.
It was incredible.
And I saw somebody give a great shout out to my book, The Epic of Humanity, by Billy Carson and Matthew LaCroix. If you don't have this book, you need to get it ASAP. It's a bestseller on Amazon, The Epic of Humanity. And this book is a very special book because it has the most references to ancient texts, tablets, papyruses, and scriptures and cylinder scrolls in any other book from around the world. And it's written by Matthew LaCroix, who's an expert in these ancient civilizations, as well as, of course, me. The book is #1 in 3 ancient civilization categories on Amazon out of 3 million books. And it also, at its highest level, hit #2 on the bestsellers list out of 32.5 million books.
Yeah.
That says something.
That's great.
The Epic of Humanity. If you get a chance to get it, please get it. That'd be great.
Yes. And you guys, just a quick recap of our tour 2023. We're going to show you guys a little 1-minute clip. Super cool.
1, 2, 3.
Click that link and make sure you register ASAP for the Forbidden Tour of Egypt 2024. I'll see you there. All right.
Hey, yes. One more time, I'm going to drop the link in the chat. You guys, if you want to register, like I said, we only have 11 spots left. So make sure you do that ASAP.
Yeah.
Yes.
I saw somebody ask about 2025. We have not put up 2025 tours yet. We will let you know what those tours will be very soon.
But we did. We just secured the cruise ship.
We secured a cruise ship. We don't have the sign up link yet. I was going to wait until we had.
Oh my bad.
That's okay.
I'm excited about it. I got the message late. Like
we're going to do. Okay. Well, we'll give you
just a little preview.
Yeah. We're going to do an incredible tour of Greece.
Yes.
And so that means we're going to go to Athens. We're going to go to the necropolis, which is mind blowing. We've been there, right?
Yep.
That was our first big trip together.
It was.
Yeah, we went to the necropolis, went to Greece, Athens, and had a phenomenal time.
Yeah.
We're also going to leave there and go to Santorini. If you've never been to Santorini, beautiful place. I'm talking about you can't express the beauty until you're standing there on the side of that volcano looking out over the ocean.
Yeah.
And then we're going to go to an active archaeological dig site called Akrotiri.
Yes.
And you're going to walk through an ancient Atlantean civilization. I'm not talking about because Billy said it's Atlantean. I'm talking about because they call it Atlantean. Am I correct?
Yes. Absolutely.
You're going to see advanced technology in this city that got buried by volcanic ash that's being dug out little by little by little. And you're going to walk down ancient streets and you're going to see ancient houses that were built to be 4-story houses with steel rebar, with plumbing pipes, with toilets on the 4th floor that had a way of pumping out not only whatever you had to your waste, but also even the smell would be pumped out of the building. We don't even have that today.
Yeah, I know.
And just so many other things that you'll see that's going to be mind-boggling. Then we're going to go to Mykonos and all the other surrounding islands. We're going to have a great time.
Yeah,
with
this one's going to be fun.
Oh, man.
It'll be our first cruise tour.
Yes, a cruise tour.
Yes, and this is a luxury cruise. You know, we do it the forbidden way, which is the 10-star way.
You already know.
Yes.
We're not playing no games.
No, never.
Everything has to be the highest level or we ain't going.
Right. Exactly.
I'm not going to subject myself to no trash and garbage.
He's crazy. You're crazy.
I ain't going to do it.
Yeah,
you know me.
No,
we pull up to a place, and if I look at the hotel from the outside, I'd be like, "Nah, I'm not going inside. Let me book another one."
No, we were in Dubai. Oh my God, it was too crazy. So we're in Dubai at this beautiful, nice, awesome Marriott hotel.
It was beautiful.
And Billy was like, "Oh no, we got to go see what's it called? Atlantis, the other hotel." And he's like, "We'll just go have lunch over there or something." So we went over there, ate lunch, and he was like, "No, we're gonna move here. I like this place better." We still had the other one booked. But yeah, we just went over there.
Get the luggage ready. We getting the hell out of here.
Yeah, he was like, "We're gonna stay here now."
Listen to me. A mind once stretched can never go back.
That's true. We only move vertically. We only move this way. We don't move this way.
That's right.
We move this way.
That's how it has to operate. That's how we operate. We don't move sideways.
No, we don't move backwards.
That's right.
We go up.
So that's how you got to do it. And because of that, the side effect is people who come with us and hang out with us.
Yeah.
They always get the best.
Yeah. And they move up too. Okay?
That's right.
Our people grow. That's what we do.
Guaranteed.
Yes. Is there anything else?
The raise.
Oh yeah, you guys, if you want to become partners to Forbidden Knowledge, this is your opportunity, right? Is this it? No, hold on, wait. 1 second. I'm gonna find it. Here we go. 3. Yes, become a partner of Forbidden Knowledge.
Hey everyone, it's Billy Carson here, aka Forbidden Knowledge. If you've ever wanted to invest in a company that's going places, you need to take a look at us. Remember, in round 1, shares were only $1 each as our pre-money valuation came in at $20 million. Not bad for a startup, right? We did phenomenal numbers months later where our pre-money valuation went up to $30 million and share prices went up to $1.50, looking really good for the investors. And our pre-money valuation is now $50 million as we've continued to grow and expand the company. Share prices have gone up again to $2.50. If you've ever wanted to get involved with a company that's going places, that's building, that's growing and expanding, if you ever wanted to earn and learn, you should look at Forbidden Knowledge. Make sure you click the link, read up on all the information about us, to make an educated decision to join the Forbidden Knowledge family today. All right. Beautiful. So thank you to everyone that's invested. A lot of people got in round 1 and round 2. We're now in round 3. It's an amazing opportunity as we are now actively working with the CPA to do what they call a Reg A+, or Regulation A+, which is like a pre-IPO. And so we then basically have to do another level of audit on our financials, which are being done at this exact moment. Once those are submitted, we resubmit the documentation and paperwork and uplist ourselves from a Reg CF to a Reg A+. Mm-hmm. And that puts our company in the exact format needed to go public. Because we're going to be operating as a publicly traded company. And then that looks good because it gives us the practice. We have a board that will give us the right guidance, and very important board members. We're going to release that press release very soon as to all the members on the board, and I think you're going to be very very well surprised and happy to see who's on our board. Very powerful names.
Yes.
And that aids us into getting to the next step, which is the ultimate goal of getting to NASDAQ. So join us for an amazing ride, and make sure you click that link. Drop the link one more time in the chat. It's also in the caption of this video.
Yes.
Make sure you become an investor of Forbidden Knowledge today. It's a ground floor opportunity.
Yes, yes. All right, guys. Well, we are going to get out of here. It's been a very, very long day thus far, and it's going to continue being a long day.
Yeah,
so
we got more to go.
yes, we do. But thank you for spending this time with us, and we appreciate and love you guys, and hope to see you guys in Turkey or Egypt.
Yes,
yeah,
definitely. And thank you, Cheryl T, for being a round one and round two investor. We appreciate you.
Yes, yes.
All right.
All right, guys.
All right. Peace.